It's threat, nigga. Yeah. Remember when I was a younger nigga, I ain't had shit. Wappy showed me how to hustle, I was tryna get rich. I started fucking up the set, so I started handling. Life started getting stressful when I started taking risks. My mama kicked me out the house, she said she tired of my shit. So I got up off my ass, I couldn't settle for no sense. A young nigga 19, but living life like 26. I got niggas moving peas and I got niggas moving bricks. You don't know the pain I felt and nah, nigga never will. I done seen so many things, that's why I pop these perky pills. Fast me coming through the mail, I hope the feds don't crack the seal. And y'all say y'all want the real, so I'm giving y'all the real. What you know about giving your brother your last to get a meal? Nigga, I was dead broke and I ain't had nothing. Niggas ain't wanna help me out, so I had to nothing to something. Niggas be on Twitter talking tough, but we know that they bluffing. Nigga, I was moving too fast, I started making all the wrong moves. Poppy took me in and told me, Brody, yeah, I got you. I'ma put you on and I'ma make sure that your pocket's straight. We all gonna eat and I'ma make sure that you got it. Remember when I was a younger nigga, I ain't had shit. Wappy showed me how to hustle, I was tryna get rich. I started fucking up the set, so I started handling. Life started getting stressful when I started taking risks. My mama kicked me out the house, she said she tired of my shit. So I got up off my ass, I couldn't settle for no sense. A young nigga 19, but living life like 26. I got niggas moving peas and I got niggas moving bricks. All these niggas be capping when they rapping, I know they lying. I done put so much in this, can't nobody say I ain't trying. When it's time for beef, they hiding like why the fuck we can't find them. Popping tends to hide my problems, only we know how to solve them. That little shit is dead to me, I put that shit up in a coffin. I've been smoking on Biscotti, this good gas that got me coughing. Why the fuck these niggas hate me? I'm feeling like I'm Katie. Keep that 4-5 on my hip in case a nigga play me. And I made a promise to my grandma I'ma make it home safely. Lord, please save me today.
Tonight's show is brought to you by House of Bella Chic Lux. Visit houseofbellachic.com.
Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast, where sports and convos collide. I'm your host, Redro, with my two co-hosts, Money Mo, and my man, the Thrill, Jay Will. What's up, y'all? How y'all be?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. What's up, Marcus Elliott? What's up, big bro? How you feel, champ? Bad. All right, man. How y'all be? Y'all ready to get into
I'm
it?
doing great.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do it.
Let's get it.
You know. Look here, man. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, man. Let's talk about Sunday. I know we talked about it a little bit, so let's talk about it, man. Y'all put y'all foot in our ass, man. I mean, y'all did, man. That damn Michael Parsons, my goodness, man. Come on, man. What?
Yes, sir.
I mean, for real, man. This dude is no damn joke, man. I knew he was good, but damn, I didn't know it was gonna translate to this soon, man. And people are already comparing him to Lawrence Taylor, and you know what I'm saying, or what have you. I'm like, let's slow your roll, on that a little bit. But hey, you're trending though. You know what I'm saying? What's up, babies? How you doing? But he's trending big time, man. What are your thoughts, man?
I think I think we did. We came out and handled business like we were supposed to in the first half. I'm not a fan of how we handled the second half, and the reason why I say that is because in the second half is like we took it upon ourselves to try to work on something that doesn't really need to be worked on. Like every team is going to go through some slumps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for us to see that, our offense is struggling, I feel like they took the second half. Okay, defense got us up. Let's use the second half to try to work on our offense. I mean that's stupid because it almost cost you the game. What they should have worked on is for those games where the defense and the offense is clicking against a good opponent, you need to work on your clock management. That's what I feel we should have worked on. We should have tried to run the ball a little bit. If you are going to mix in some passing downs, you implement some short yardage in between pass. Like, stop going for the deep ball. Stop going for the home run. Like, bro, you up 24-0. You know what I'm saying? Why are we trying to work on things that don't need to be worked on? I mean, like, I had a convo with somebody and I'm like, bro, like, our offense, we know our offense is good, but we're not going to have an explosive week on offense every week. I mean, this is not going to happen in the NFL. So I feel like what it is, they showed the sign of basically what Jerry Jones said about Dak. He said Dak is in a slump right now. It's fair to say Dak is in a slump.
True story.
Basically, what they showed on Sunday was that they're panicking about how offense has been playing these last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, that's just the bottom line. That's just real. Like, the Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, whoever you want to blame, they're showing that they're panicking about Dak and our offense right now. And I just don't think it's a good look because, I mean, just how we can see it, every other team can see that. Oh, okay, so, you know, they don't really trust their offense right now. So, you know what I'm saying? We kind of got them where we want them when I don't really feel like our offense is losing it. You know, like I heard people say like, oh, y'all offense ain't the same. Like, why is not? Like, we got the same players. Why is it not the same? It's just people got a little more tape on you. People got a little more film. So it's time to go back to the drawing board and we need to readjust a little bit. It ain't that we losing it. You know what I'm saying? So that was my take from the game. I love the way we handled the first half. Micah Parsons, bro, he's a special talent. I'll be the first to admit I was pissed when we got Micah Parsons. Oh, I was pissed with Denver when they got Patrick Surtain from us. When they took Surtain, I was like, man, Denver being spiteful, man. They don't even need a DB. They just want to take it to Dallas, blah, blah, blah. And then when we got Micah Parsons, like, don't get me wrong. I knew Micah Parsons was a beast at BYU, but my mindset was he took a whole year off for COVID. So I didn't know how him taking a year off and then jumping straight to the league. I'm like, I don't think it would translate this soon versus if we would have got Surtain. But damn, I was wrong, boy. I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mo.
No, so my biggest thing is when I first watched the game. Well, first let's talk about the Washington side of things, right? I've been saying it for a long time, man. You can't win in this league without a quarterback. That's what that's what happens when you go in the game with a subpar quarterback. Sometimes he's gonna look great, and then there gonna be games he's gonna look like that on Sunday. I mean, our defense is good, but we not the 85 Bears and nothing like that. Right. He just a subpar quarterback. And if you scheme the right way, he won't be effective. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Aaron Rodgers, this ain't Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? If you come up with a great game plan, he can't beat you. I also thought Antonio Gibson was a little overrated over the last couple of weeks. I thought he was playing some soft defenses and then he was doing his thing because he ain't like Tampa Bay up. You know what I mean? Tampa Bay was known for their run defense. But back on the Dallas side of things, I think after I had a time to like decompress, because I'm gonna let it be known like that. I'm not a huge fan of Mike McCarthy. I was not a fan of the hire. I thought there were other ways we could have went. Like I want another Jimmy Johnson. I want another guy that's going to inspire the troops. I think those are the type of the best coaches that get everybody going. But he's not that. You know what I mean? They could say puppet or whatever it is. I don't care. You could be a puppet and fake the funk out there. Besides Jason Garrett clapping, but his man. So I was critical of him, but it's because of his game management. It has really nothing to do with the whole scheme in Dallas. And I'll talk about that another time. But Jerry Jones ain't on the sideline telling you when to call timeout. He's not in the flow of the game. That's on you. You got to understand and recognize that. But then I had time to think about it. Like I said, Zeke's not washed. He playing with one leg. Tony Pollard didn't play. We out there with Clemens, and we signed a guy that was on the practice squad. So it's harder for those guys to evaluate the game. Because I went back and I looked at the game. Holes were there. Clemens just couldn't get in him. His vision is not there. And then I don't even know who the other running back was. Yeah, excuse me. You know what I mean? He just a guy that making a couple $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So hey, do you? But at the end of the day, that makes it hard for the offensive coordinator and the head coach to kind of manage the game. And then I'm not making excuses, but it's a fact. When your top 3 wide receivers are missing for the last 4 or 5 weeks consecutively, from Michael Gallup from game 1 all the way to game week 12, week 13, week 11,
and then I think week 11.
And then CeeDee Lamb, he missed a week. That messes up Dak's timing. So you're gonna look like you on the slump because we don't know how healthy CeeDee Lamb was when he came back from COVID. We don't know what that effect was. And I know Amari Cooper wasn't healthy. Like you could just tell in his body language he wasn't all the way there. So I think when all the parts come back together, they'll look better. That's the same thing we said about the defense. When DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory are gone, they look very average. You know, when they're all together, man, they look really good out there. So I would say pump your brakes on the offensive assessment. Yeah, Dak is slumping a little bit. We all out of sync. But once all the pieces come back together and we can form back up like Voltron, I believe that you'll see the same type of offense you've been seeing. Because this ain't nothing new in Dallas. They've been doing this for the last 3-4 years on the offensive side of the ball. The defense is something different. You know, like we ain't never seen this, you know. So I would just say that was my assessment from the Dallas-Washington game. We came out and we showed that we had the superior talent from top to bottom, and we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah. Let me say this, man. And we talked about this on Sunday, right? My concern with you guys is your offensive coordinator. Was Kellen Moore? That's a concern right there. And we had a discussion, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't mind us talking about it on you know what I'm saying, live, what have you. But the discussion was, like I said, my concerns about it was, why are you okay? You're right. You're up. You know what I'm saying? You had this 4 quarter. Why are you bootlegging and you know what I'm saying, looking to pass the ball? All you need to do is run the ball to run the clock out. What are you trying to prove? At the end of the day, I mean, we had discussion in terms of, okay, who is to blame? Is it the head coach? You know what I'm saying? Or is the offensive coordinator? You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the offensive coordinator in terms of, okay, bro, you're doing a little bit too much at the end of the day. That was unnecessary. Then we was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Do you blame the coach or what have you? But your coach is just a figurehead. Mike McCarthy is nothing but a figurehead or what have you, okay? Jerry Jones actually hired the daggone retained the offensive coordinator before he hired the darn coach. So that should tell you something right then and there. Then you got to ask him, okay, what type? You got to ask Mike. You got in terms of Mike McCarthy, what type of control do he have? Can he, you know what I'm saying? Could he get rid of Kellen Moore right now if we want to? My answer was no. The hell no, it ain't happening. Not on the Jerry Jones watch would have. So my thing is this, man. You guys got to tighten up in terms of, you know, in terms of your offensive philosophy. It's like you guys lack an identity from an offensive standpoint. You don't know what you want to be, whether you want to be a passing offense, running offense, you know, mix it up, etc. Yeah, Dak is struggling a little bit, but your play caller is not putting them in positions or putting you guys in positions to succeed consistently. From what I see.
I'll address that. Well, first I'm gonna address. I don't know what his name. It started with an S. That commented. Like Dak is getting paid a lot of money by the virtue of next man up in the quarterback room. Nobody's saying he better than Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. He not on that tier of quarterback. That's just how the money flow. It's all about timing. You understand what I'm saying? You getting paid more than your uncles and your dad. Are you better? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's the time that you live in. You understand what I'm saying? So that's irrelevant how much Dak is getting paid. He's a above average quarterback who got a bag. All above average quarterbacks gonna get a bag. It don't matter. If you put some stats up, you gonna get paid. And the thing to answer your question, Fred, like I said, I evaluated the game different when I sat back and was realistic. You cannot establish an identity if you don't have the sum of the parts. If you don't have running back 1 or 2, how you gonna run the ball? Like, I don't know no team out there that got 4 or 5 running backs. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't grow on trees. You know, so even the Ravens were affected a little bit once their running backs. When you start getting into 3rd and 4th string players, it's tough. And it's hard on the offensive coordinator to say, all right, we're gonna run Zeke 4 or 5 times consecutively when he can't even stay in the game. So that's my part of it.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
I mean, I agree with my brother. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said at the beginning of the year, Dak got the most pressure on him, bro. Like my issue with Dak is I love Dak, but he performs against the bad teams, and he always does this shit against good defense. I mean, he do it every year. I mean, like it's time out for. Yeah, I mean, it's in the time he in about what he got paid, but you're getting paid top dollar. I mean, that's the bottom line. Like every quarterback that's above average ain't getting paid Dak Prescott money. He's getting paid top dollar. I need him. I don't want him to be Aaron Rodgers. He's never going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's never going to be Tom Brady. Right. But I need him to show me that he can consistently play well. He don't have to put up blazing 300-400 yards, but make the right reads and because honestly, defenses bail him out more than what his stats show because Washington dropped like 3 picks on Sunday. Like
shit, y'all did too.
but y'all ain't got Dak Prescott though, is what I'm saying. Taylor Heineke ain't making Dak Prescott money either. Like that for him to be getting paid that the some of these decisions he makes, and I back Dak up. Like I said, I like that. But some of the decisions that he makes, and I feel like he gets a whole lot of praise when he audibles out of play calls and it works. But he don't get enough downfall when he audible out the shit and it don't work. Because he audible out of plays a lot and it don't work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You'll see him at the line, a linebacker come up, he'll point at him. He motioned Amari Cooper over one time so they can run an outside run to the outside just to have an extra blocker. That was smart. But when he do certain stuff and it don't work, I feel like he don't get a lot of downfall. And bro, Dak Prescott, he scares me at least once, twice a week with these shaky ass throws he make. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I think my brother's saying. Like you don't see Aaron Rodgers throwing at 3 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see that. Aaron Rodgers got 1 receiver, dog, and he still throws for 300-400 yards. Like, it's just like he don't have to be Aaron Rodgers, but you got to show that you're able to manage the game and not put your offense in a bad situation. Because if these teams was to capitalize on some of these bad throws, we would be in a messed up situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he get bailed out, they don't catch it, so now we might drive down the field. It looks good on Dak at the end. You ain't gonna remember. Teams ain't gonna remember the person that almost caught the pick. Right. You're gonna remember the fact that the offense scored. But if the tables reverse and they capitalize on, because like I was telling somebody, we gave y'all every chance in the world to win that game. Y'all didn't capitalize.
Yeah,
you didn't capitalize. If y'all was to capitalize on some of the mistakes Dak made, we lose that game.
Absolutely,
like,
especially
that's all
I'm
saying. Like you make too many boneheads. It's like you still making rookie mistakes, bro. And I need you to be better than that.
So I'm gonna ask y'all the question. Y'all, either one of y'all looking to buy a house right now? Mm-hmm. No, because y'all got houses, right? So right. It's easy to say, all right, well, I'm not gonna buy another house when you have one. But let me tell you something. There's a person that's homeless right now that would get a house. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't pay that, there's a Jets franchise. Hell, the Washington football team would have paid that. That gonna get money because in this market, right? Average quarterbacks, average players, not just quarterbacks. Let's talk about players, man. Average players is getting that bad because that's just the name of the game. But my expectations on that is I never thought he was anything but above average quarterback. I mean, it just is what it is. You don't go in the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't Tom Brady. How many Tom Brady's that go in the 6th round and turn into what he did? The evaluations on these players a lot of times is about right. If you look at the Hall of Famers that are in there from the quarterback position, most of them got drafted in the 1st round. You understand what I'm saying? It's an anomaly that somebody will jump that round and be legendary. That the evaluators weren't wrong. They said he couldn't throw when he was at Mississippi State. They ain't lie. You know what I mean?
Bro, they wasn't lying, bro. He couldn't do it.
He's not going to consistently make those throws. He'll give them to you.
Wasn't your prototypical quarterback.
3 or 4 times, right? But he gonna make those mistakes. I expect those mistakes. The quarterback who got me was Tony Romo. I didn't think Tony Romo had to do a lot of stuff that he did because I thought he was a great talent. I think Dak Prescott is exceeding his ceiling. I think this is about as good as he's gonna be.
You know what though? Look here. I agree with you though, man, but I don't know if it's injury concerns in terms of in terms of Dak Prescott or what have you, because before the pre-injury, he used to beat you with his legs or what have you.
Blazing.
That element doesn't exist. At least I haven't seen it on a consistent basis this year or what have you, right? Yeah. So that element right there is missing. big time or what have you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have that and you add that to his game right now. Yeah, I mean, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Then guess what? Then that's another set of eyes that you got to look out for at the end of the day.
And I didn't expect him to use his legs a lot this year. With that injury he had, I didn't expect it. Yeah. But what I did expect was the fact that if he knew before the season started he wasn't gonna run like that. So Maurice, I need that to be. I don't expect these, like you said, you expect these mistakes. I don't. Like I don't, bro. Like I don't need you. If that's the case, I don't feel good about us going into a game against in the playoffs. Let's say playoffs. We're going to make the playoffs. That means I shouldn't feel good that. Damn.
Agree, Marks.
All right. Let's hope that get us 2 mistakes out early. Like hell no. Like I don't need to go into the game thinking my quarterback is going to make a mistake. I need that to grow up out of that. If he's exceeding his ceiling, then let's progress. Like if it ain't there, it's nothing wrong with throwing the ball away, bro. Like you don't have to force it. Like you just don't.
So the thing with Dak, right? I know you remember Dante Culpepper. Dak is like a Dante Culpepper, or even to a certain extent, Donovan McNabb, because Donovan McNabb had those same type of flaws in this game. When they play at their best, everything around them is clicking. The offensive coordinator has a good game. They have lines in front. They need that. They're the sum of their parts.
But Dak Prescott got to help.
And the offensive coordinator got to help. But we got to get a running back too. I don't know where we're gonna get him. We got to go search Walmart, Target, something. Because we gotta get a running back. But those type of quarterbacks, what I'm saying, Jay Will, I don't expect him to throw interceptions. He's a game manager. He's above average game manager that's gonna put you in positions. A lot of times he's not gonna lose games for you. I think a little bit he's pressing because Zeke isn't there. But normally he's gonna keep you in the game. Right. He doesn't throw a ton of interceptions normally.
Right.
The last week's not subsided, but he's not gonna win you a whole lot of games by himself. That's just the bottom line, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
And I'm with you.
Well, hey, man, great points, guys. Hey, welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast where sports and convos collide. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe to our YouTube page. Don't forget to smash the like, hit the subscribe, and share the video. Back. Hey, let me ask you guys something, man.
And turn on that notification bell on YouTube.
Goddamn right. Turn on that notification bell. Say it again.
Yeah. Bro. So every time we go live, you get that notification to your phone, man.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Let me ask you guys this, man, about the NFL COVID cases that's spiking right now, man. What are your thoughts about that, man? Because we talked about that in the beginning of the season, man. I told you this shit is going to hit the fan. It's going to hit the fan. It's starting to hit the fan now, man. What are your thoughts, guys?
It ain't even just NFL, man. It's NFL and NBA. It's nasty, bro. Like everybody is going into safety and COVID protocols. Bro. I don't know. I really don't even have much to say about it, man. It's ridiculous, dog. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's every single team damn near got to play out. It was over like 57 people got hit yesterday in the NFL. Like that's a lot.
We got like 11 guys out.
Like that. I don't know, man. That's
I think some of it have to do, and I'm not saying I'm pro-vaccination or I'm against it, because at the end of the day, that's your choice, your body, you live it, you do what you want to do. Right. I'm vaccinated, me personally, but it was an occupational choice, and I got little kids and a wife I got to look out for, so that was my choice. Right. But when you don't get vaccinated, right, and you in a confined space, i.e. practice, i.e. meeting rooms, i.e. training table, these type of things can happen sometimes when vaccinated people come in contact with unvaccinated people. Yeah. And then and they keep spreading it, you know what I'm saying? But if you're vaccinated, you notice a lot of those players come back a little sooner. But it's gonna happen. It's the nature of sports. Yeah, that's why we would like for our athletes, can't tell them what to do. They are their own grown men and women. But we would like for them to get vaccinated so as fans, we can see you come back as fast as possible. Right. We understand it's your body and it's your choice. But again, you kind of robbing the game. You robbing us as fans. Because it's going to happen. We can't say live in a bubble. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can catch COVID on the weight bench, doing your job, on the sled. Right. You know what I mean? Somebody sneeze or whatever on the sled or whatever. But there are protective measures in place so that if it does happen, you ain't like Amari Cooper. I'm just saying. Nah, I mean, you use them 2 weeks, brother.
I knew you was gonna throw that in there.
Man, shoot, we could have used you against the Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know,
Oh my gosh, man! Who's your MVP so far, man? In the NBA, who's your MVP thus far?
Kevin Durant. Fuck, Steph Curry, one of them.
Who you got, Mo? Okay, so yeah, okay, that's all good. No, yeah, you're right. I got KD and Steph Curry. You can look at Jokic. You can look at Jokic again as well in Denver, man. He's putting up nice numbers, but yeah, it's not translating to wins.
It's Steph right now, probably.
But in the NBA, it's Steph all day. Yeah. It's Steph world.
Not KD.
No, it's Steph and KD 1 and 2, but it's Steph head and shoulders above anybody right now.
Yeah,
easily.
Because you got the best record in the West. You understand what I'm saying? And then here's the other thing I look at. I look at Steph's talent. He has some talented players of Draymond, Poole, but he ain't playing with James Harden though. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like his James Harden ain't there.
Is he playing with James Harden, or he's playing with 30% of James Harden?
Well, that's James. Come on,
man, he playing with James Harden. Come on, bro.
That's James' fault if he want to keep visiting Papados.
Right.
I don't know. Hey, look here. I'm gonna say this. You're not triggering me tonight, buddy. This is not
it's not even a trigger though. I really think Steph Curry is like head and shoulders the MVP right now. And I mean, you can make a good argument for Kevin Durant, but I mean, it's Steph, bro. Like, they the number one in the West.
Absolutely.
He's still without his Robin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great. Like, I feel like they turned the corner the end of last year when they had the play-in game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ended the year real nice, and then like they started this year off rolling, bro. Like, Steph got them, bro. And I mean, it's just they gonna take into account that they're number one. Steph is playing at a high level, and they're doing this without Klay Thompson until he come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can make the same argument for KD. He don't got Kyrie, but like Mo said, but you still got James Harden. So that don't take nothing away from him from being in the MVP race, because the shit that he did last night was lights out. Like, I mean, he took a bunch of rookies and beat the Raptors, and he had a triple-double. He had 51 the game before. Like
48 minutes, man.
And you got to understand something, right? We ain't voting on the MVP. The same sports writers that Kevin Durant, pardon my French, told him to kiss his ass. Them the same sports writers that got to write you for MVP. Right. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't bite the hand that feeds you. You understand what I'm saying?
Kevin, right? Kevin don't give a fuck.
At the end of the day, when we start comparing rings and MVPs and things, he gonna give a fuck then. When your ass get left out the conversation.
Conversation of what?
Because think about it, Fred. I want you to realize something. Right now, Fred, you in the middle of your life, right? There's an infant right now, my son. He don't know shit about Kevin Durant. All he gonna know is numbers. So that's what we got to put in perspective. Yeah, they can go watch some video, but they ain't gonna have you. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, your numbers is part of your legacy and what you put out and that product out there. Because
I keep telling you guys, man. I keep telling you guys, little bros. Look here, man. I get it. I'm a numbers guy as well. You know what I'm saying? Numbers and statistics can be misleading or what have you. At the end of the day, I know, Jay will, this audience know, the viewers know. Kevin Durant's career is solidified 150%. Bottom line, I don't give a damn how he treated or what have you. His career is solidified. Go ahead.
Let me stop you real quick. All right, you said solidified, right? All right, why don't we talk about Wilt Chamberlain as much, or talk about Bill Russell or Jerry West?
We should.
You know why we don't? Because we ain't never seen them motherfuckers play. That's why we don't talk about them. You understand what I'm saying? So numbers and things is what's left. And it matters. When you start stacking it up and you didn't watch them. So our opinions of Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Kevin Durant is kind of skewed. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, because we saw them play. We saw them grow. But when the next generation come behind us, they're not going to have that. The only thing they're going to have is numbers, some video of highlights now, not the lowlights. So when LeBron's legacy is cemented many years from now, they're going to talk about the finals appearances, the losses. He probably going to be the all-time scorer. He's more popular. Michael Jordan's legacy will begin to fade. He's going to be like eventually there's going to be a generation of people, and it's already there, that have never seen him play. That generation that didn't see him play, Now they go off of his legacy from the generation before that. Well, eventually that's gonna fade, and he's gonna be like Bill Russell.
You can make the same right. I get that, but then again, I don't get that, because you can say with this these two or three generations ago, probably forget about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? They have.
No. Check this out now. Last night they said that Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were the greatest shooters of the basketball and Steph Curry. I said, hell no, that's Larry Bird. Like, for me, Larry Bird was a way better shooter of the basketball from what I've seen than Reggie Miller. But guess what? Last night was about for a particular record, right? And those records, you know what I'm saying, in terms of Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and Steph Curry, that was a particular record or what have you. Now, if you're talking about, you're right, who's your best overall shooters of all time or what have you, yeah, Larry Bird will pop up in there. Now, I don't, I get you. I get what you're saying. From my aspect, it will, probably from yours as well. Anybody's young, I don't know. I can't speak on it. But like I said, you still hear conversations about Magic Johnson and Larry Bird to this day or what have you. I'm not saying everybody, will bring, will bring them in the argument, but we know. You'll hear a conversation, but they won't be most people's top fives here pretty soon. You understand what I'm saying? And then the same thing about crossovers, right? I've heard, and I ain't saying nothing. I let people live with this, right? With Kyrie Irving and the handles. Man, I seen them same handles with Tim Hardaway. I seen them same handles with Zeke. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it goes back to.
Hey,
I agree.
Hey, go back and look at Tim Hardaway on the break.
Yes, I agree.
Hardaway handles. Rod Strickland. It was.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Kyrie is the most gifted ball handler ever, bro. The shit that he does it's not even just his ball handling. It's his ball handling and instinct in the middle of a play when it breaks down. How he comes up with a way to get out of everything. It's ridiculous.
Any type of layup.
It's ridiculous, bro. Any layup, any hand, like he can go anywhere. It's ridiculous, bro.
I want you to do me a favor. Go back and look at Isaiah Thomas tape.
I watched pre-injury.
Yeah. Now
he had handles for his time, but it ain't Kyrie though, bro.
Because Kyrie ain't getting hand checked either. You know what I mean? That make you adjust your game a little bit when somebody could put that elbow in you and ride you a little bit.
But it's hard. It's easier said than done to just ride Kyrie because he's so shifty, bro. Like I tell you what ain't easier said than done when he drives to the hole and they got that no layup rule. Yeah,
I bet you ain't gonna be trying to get all
finishing all them dips and do the shit there. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just the time, like that's what it is. But what I'm saying is get everything that you can on your resume. Don't punt on anything because your legacy, you say I don't care. Yeah, you care deep down inside. You care a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So put everything that you can on your resume so that when people talk about it 15, 20, 30, 40 years from now, they'll put you in any conversation because he got the talent.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know what though? Yeah, but let me tell you something. These guys like Kevin Durant and you know what I'm saying, LeBron or what have you, Steph, all all these superstars. Yeah, you can say they care what people think, but at the same time, they care. Look, let me tell you something. For me, I care more what my peers think from a basketball standpoint. If I'm out there putting in work, and if Jay Will put in that same work, and Mo put in that same work, Ebony, you know what I'm saying, Ron, etc., or that, and you know what I'm saying, and you solidify me, you know what I'm saying, from a peer standpoint, that's all I give a fuck about at the end of the day. I'm solidified. So
let me ask you something, Fred. So what exactly do you mean by he's solidified? Do you mean like his career can't get hurt or tarnished at all? That's what you mean?
It can't get any more tarnished than what it already was. Especially, I know what you're about to bring up because I know what you're about to bring up. If you're talking about jumping from Oklahoma to Golden State,
I mean it's already tarnished for that. He already did it, so it's tarnished. But it can't get any more tarnished than that.
What? Because if he don't win a championship and with Brooklyn,
absolutely.
Okay, but what are the factors right now that why he won't win a championship?
Whose fault is that though? It don't matter.
What doesn't matter?
Because he chose. Listen, Fred. Listen to me for a second, bro. Listen for a second. Go ahead. He didn't get traded against his will. He chose to go to Brooklyn.
That is true.
Knowing the factors that came with this. It wasn't like they're doing some shit that they've never done before. He knew what could happen before he came here. So I don't want to hear that, Kyrie and he didn't get the vaccine, bro. You knew that once COVID started. No, Fred, you knew that. You knew that. Harden with these injuries and being out of shape. This has been Harden. This has been Harden since when he was in Houston. So you knew these factors before you chose to sign with Brooklyn. Now, if it works out, does it help? Hell yes, it helps his legacy. But if he never wins a championship with this team, yes, it hurts, bro. It does hurt his legacy. You want to know why it hurts? Because you're thinking of the Brooklyn aspect. His peers and what the fans and these writers and everybody else think. At the end of the day, if he never wins another championship with this team or any other team he plays for, he's going to be known for only winning 2 rings with an already loaded ass Golden State. That's going to be on his. That's going to be on his legacy forever, and that hurts.
Them niggas wasn't going to win them 2 championships without.
It don't matter, but they won before him though. So they won before him, so it don't matter.
And they won 2 with him or what have you. But let me answer your question right here. You saying basically what you're saying that you know the situation with him in Brooklyn right now, the Kyrie factor, the James Harden factor. Let's take those factors away. It's COVID-19. That nobody knew about this shit. Nobody. Hold on, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, Jay, you're a smart, intelligent dude. Just like, you know what I'm saying? You know, those New York protocols took effect, you know what I'm saying? Took effect, September or August of this year, what have you. That changed the whole entire game. Nobody wasn't prepared for that. Kyrie wasn't prepared for that. That is a legitimate excuse at the end of the day. Then he's playing with a 35% damn James Harden. He's out. It's like Kevin Durant and the Miracles out there. Now, I'm not throwing out any excuses whatsoever. And hold up, remind you, he's coming. Hold, hear me out. Remind you, he's coming back off an 18-month layoff due to a serious Achilles injury or what have you. Who's bounced back from that shit?
So what though? But that's what I'm saying.
So what?
But that's what I'm saying though, Fred. That helps him. Yes, he broke the cycle of never coming back from an Achilles tear. But bro, nobody gives a damn about nobody's gonna bring up, oh bro, KD was so great, bro. He did well after an Achilles tear.
But they're doing that now, bro.
So what? Hold on, Fred. What we talking about is 10 years down the line when he doesn't hoop anymore. When people talk about Kevin Durant, you're never gonna hear somebody say, bro, he played so good after an Achilles injury. Who gives a damn, bro? If he never wins again,
don't give a damn.
Nobody does. If he never wins again, nobody gonna give a damn how good he played after Achilles injury, bro. Nobody cares. You care because you're a super KD fan. The average fan who doesn't really care about names and KD and LeBron, who just likes the game, don't give a fuck how good he's playing after an Achilles tear.
So what would they say 10 years from now? Let me answer me that.
If he never wins another championship, Kevin Durant will be known for jumping ship to a loaded team and winning 2 rings after they won 79 games without him and they won a ring without him. That's what he'll be known for.
Got you. And LeBron will.
And I knew you was gonna pull that card, but LeBron I was ready for it. LeBron also took a bum ass Cleveland team to the finals and won that one as well, which Kevin Durant never has. Kobe Bryant has also took a bum-ass Lakers team to the finals and won as well. All the greats have stayed where they were, made happen with what they had, and won the finals. Kevin Durant will be one of the only great players to only have a finals win with a loaded team. I don't care about average players. If we're talking great players, he will be one of the only known great basketball phenomenons to win a ring only with a loaded team. That will hurt his legacy, Fred. Yes.
Fred, let me ask you a question. How great do you think Kevin Garnett is?
Kevin Garnett is one of the greats. What do you mean?
Why you don't think he get brought up in that elitist conversation? We did a top 5 power forwards. Nobody put Kevin Garnett in there.
Yeah, I did so, bro. What are you talking about?
You put KG in there?
You picked everyone to take, homie.
You put him at number.
Rewind that take. You know I did.
I'm going somewhere with this, right? Did you put him at number 1?
My list wasn't by numbers. It wasn't numbers. It just wasn't my top 5.
Most people will not rank him number 1 because you know what's a pendulum of being number 1, right? You got points and statistics, right? Championship. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how he won his championship, who he won it with. He only got 2. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when you sit at the table with Tim Duncan, because KD played a power forward, or you say the small forward, then he got to go with LeBron. LeBron got 4, right?
Yeah, LeBron got 4. He got 2. He got 2.
I don't give a fuck.
You want to talk about that shit? You don't want to talk about Miami, though, do you? You don't want to talk about super team.
But Fred, Mo's argument was he don't care who KD won them with. He only got 2, so that means he don't care who LeBron.
If he didn't form that team in Miami, then he would have had. So then he would have had what 2? What?
Well,
two
I could say the same for KD. That's why I'm not making that argument. I could say if he never went to Golden State, he never would have had one. How we know?
Yeah, Marcus, you know I got KD on the list.
But he went and he got him. Now let's see if he gonna get more, because that's gonna define his legacy. He gonna be a 2-time champion. 1 MVP recipient.
His legacy is already submitted, guys. You guys know that. His legacy is already submitted.
What we're saying is he's gonna be great like KG, right? Yeah. Like KG on everybody's list, but he ain't as high as he should be because he don't have the
what is Kevin Durant right now in terms of top players of all time? Let me ask you two guys that.
I would put him
off the rip.
Maybe. And this being generous, maybe top 10, maybe. And he might be like number 12 to 15 range for me, which is good because he's still playing.
So this was my argument earlier, right?
Got you.
He's going to be higher on people's list now than people we didn't see play. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because for me, Kevin Durant, he probably scaved in that 10 because I done seen a lot of great players play,
right?
Man.
Yeah.
And then when I started looking at their resumes and what they did, I ain't forget about what KG did and how he suffered in Minnesota, carrying them teams every year to the playoffs with nobody, with goddamn Sam Mitchell. You understand what I'm saying? So I have not.
Stephon Marbury fucked that up. Shit, for real. Yeah. Stephon Marbury effed that up.
Hey, that was Kyrie Irving before Kyrie Irving.
hey, fellas, I don't think we ever talked about this on air. I heard Fred mention it. So Fred, you could be the first to answer. Do you think that move that KD did to Golden State is the same move that LeBron did with Miami? Because that's the argument everybody used. Do you think that's the same move?
What's the difference? Yeah.
Want me to tell you the difference?
Yeah.
So you think it's the same move? Okay. So the difference is Golden State already had a team formed, a championship team, and they added KD. When LeBron went to Miami, they were not a championship team.
Facts.
They were a rebuilding team. Now, yes, he brought troops with him.
There we go.
He made a dominant team, but he didn't leave Cleveland and go join a team with D-Wade, Bosh, everybody. Like they didn't. My point. Like this is my thing. Just because I'm a fierce competitor. So if I'm one of the best at what I do, I don't want to go join the best, especially if the team that's the best just kicked my ass the year before.
Right.
Hey, Jay Will, I'm gonna help you out, bro. So
like
let me ask you this question, right? You got a great point. My brother got a great point. My little bro is rocking it, right? And I'm gonna solidify this shit. Fred, tell me how much you would have thought about LeBron if he would have joined that Boston Celtics team.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They just beat your ass.
That shit would have been going crazy.
And you went and joined the Boston Celtics.
Bro, let me tell you something. Okay, let me say this, bro. I agree in terms of that. Me personally, it is the same move. Now I will say this: did I like the move that KD made? No, I wasn't fond of it. But at the end of the day, he was a free agent. He can go to the fuck he wanted to go.
Yeah,
that's his thing. He was there. Hold on, he was there. He did his time there, or what have you. He left for reasons, his own reasons. Right. So I respect that at the end of the day. He joined, like I said, you're right. He joined the team that beat him, or what have you. And LeBron left Cleveland, or what have you, and had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. You got what? Almost 3 top 10, 3 top 12 players, or what have you, on their team.
Right.
It is what it is. I was critical of it, but when you look back at it, it is what it is. That's what they're doing right now. What LeBron did is LeBron set a movement. It's called player empowerment. And that's what happened at the end of the day. So that's what Kevin Durant was even critical of the move at first, but guess what he ended up doing? Because at the end of the day, I guess that was his only choice. Right. He wanted to play within the system that share the ball or what have you. You know what I'm saying? That make things happen from an offensive standpoint.
Hey, Fred, you got to cut the bullshit.
I ain't got to cut the bullshit.
This is Fred. Listen, that was not his only move. Don't say that.
Don't say San Antonio. But
Fred, listen to me, Fred. You said that was his only move, bro. KD could have went to any team he wanted to.
That's the move he chose.
Listen, I'm not mad at him going to Golden State. What I'm mad at is the fact that you have to live and roll with the punches when shit doesn't go your way later down the line. And what I mean by that is, if those are your only 2 championships, you have to live with that choice. I'm not mad that you go to Golden State, but you can't get mad. I'm talking to KD. You can't get mad or get in your feelings when somebody label you as the superstar who could only win with a great team. You got to roll with it, bro, because that's the choice you made. Was that the best move for your career at the time? Absolutely. But if stuff doesn't work out later down the line, you have to live with, because that's going to be his label, whether you like it or not. If he never wins again, if he never wins another chance, that will be his label, bro. I'm telling you, that will be his label.
Hey, for all the gamers out there, what fucking KD did is we playing regular random teams. He went and got the Pro Bowl team. That's what I'm saying
about you, Mo. See, that's what I'm saying about you. See, you can sit up there and bring up their situation, but you won't say nothing about that move what LeBron made. You know what I'm saying? That move LeBron did. Even now, LeBron.
So check this out, Fred. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Keep it a buck.
I wouldn't have had a problem if KD went to a bigger market. So there's a couple factors that I would. No. We're gonna keep it real. He didn't do it. LeBron didn't went and join the Boston Celtics. I just told you.
It's not the same.
Nobody is coming to Cleveland except for Bone Thugs and Harmony. Ain't nobody going to Cleveland.
Hey, I saw what Big Time just said. Nobody's going to Cleveland over Miami, bro. Stop that.
Hell no.
Nobody.
Right. Here's the thing, guys. We're in a YMC league or what have you. We're in a YMCA league or what have you. Mm-hmm. You pick the best 2 goddamn players or what have you. You pick the best 2 possible goddamn players or what have you. Average damn triple-double, you know what I'm saying, 30 points a game or what have you. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's LeBron did that, right? I get what you're saying in terms of from KD aspect. Yeah, he could have joined other teams or what have you. You talking about some San Antonio? What the fuck would I join San Antonio for?
If he'd have joined Kawhi Leonard, you telling me they can't win?
Yeah, you saying that though, but he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's just a weak mindset to me. If you're you're arguably the best in the league and you go join a team that just beat you. Like, bro, this is just my mindset, bro. If I'm the best in any league, I would never, ever join a team that just beat me and they're considered the best. I would never do that. That's weak-minded, bro. If you're that good, you're that talented, you do not go join the Golden State Warriors. I don't.
Well, who was he supposed to go to? So you saying,
bro, you can go to anybody besides the team you had down 3-1 and they came back and beat you. I would never do that. That's weak, bro. That's weak. That's weak.
I get it, bro.
What I would have respected from KD if he did exactly what LeBron did. All right, I'm the best player. We're going to go to the best city. You know,
and we're going to build.
And we're going to build. Like, right. And you got to think. No,
but he joined the Wayne Wade's team, though, bro.
Now, let's keep it real, too. Now.
But they was trash, though.
When LeBron joined that team, Boston Celtics was still good. The Chicago Bulls gave them hell. Right. They weren't like
the Pacers. The Pacers were still number 1, number 2 in the East.
The competitive balance was still there. You know what I mean? When KD joined the team, they didn't lose anybody but Leandro Barbosa. And I think Sean
Livingston. He shouldn't have joined no damn Wizards. My bad. I'm sorry. Get the hell out of here.
I don't know about damn
Come on, cuz. You ain't joined no damn Wizards, man.
Hey, no, hell no. That's anywhere.
No, I wouldn't even have you join the Wizards, man. Hell no. We gonna talk about that. Yeah, the Wizards are another subject for another time, another day, man. My bad. Let me ask you guys this right quick before we close out, man. What are your thoughts about the rumored trade? The rumored trade. Allegedly trade thing move for Russell Westbrook.
Well, what I saw the possibility. It was a 3-way. It was a 3-team trade, and somehow it was to get Damian Lillard, which is my second favorite player. So
how the fuck that's gonna happen?
Because it was like they gonna send Russell Westbrook and Horton Tucker to the Pelicans. The Pelicans was gonna send like Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, another player, and like 2 draft picks for Damian Lillard to come to the Lakers. If that was to happen, I would love it. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I mean, me personally, I some got to be done. Shit, I don't. Yeah. They could trade Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Frank Vogel. I'm a Lakers fan.
But your mans in them made that move, didn't he? Your mans in them made that move. Allegedly. We sat there and said, your mans in them made that move. I sat there and told you guys, especially you, Mo. I said that shit ain't gonna work. That shit. No, actually, it was you, Jay Will. Yeah. That shit is not going to work. You got two ball dominant players or what have you that need the ball or what have you. Russell Westbrook is not a He's not an outside threat at all. He's not a consistent outside shooter, what have you. He's not consistent at the free throw line. He clogs the lane or what have you. And then now you got him and Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying, allegedly going at it. So
I'm gonna be real with you, Fred. Like, so I think LeBron, when he make moves, he don't play checkers with y'all. He playing chess. He can bring back a better package with Russell Westbrook than he did with Kyle Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell. Let's just call it what it is. A team like the New York Knicks or another franchise, they'll go get Russell Westbrook before they would have traded you for Kyle Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell. The Washington Wizards was in a unique situation where they needed role players around Bradley Beal. But other franchises like the Pelicans, they would love to have somebody like Russell Westbrook to come in there and now play a superstar role. Because the role just because you have a superstar talent, that don't mean you're a superstar role player on that team. But for the Pelicans, he would be.
That's the problem, right? That's the problem. Like, Russell Westbrook is like that hot, he's that hot girl, right? He's that hot girl that everybody want to go, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, stop calling my man's a girl, man.
Yeah, no, sorry. You know the analogy where I'm going there. He's that hot girl that every fella go after, what have you. And as soon as that person get to know that girl and find out that she's not all who she's piped up to be,
like, damn, I see why you're single.
Hey, Kevin Durant, look here. Kevin Durant did it. James Harden did it. Brad Beal did it, and now LeBron and AD doing it, man.
Hey,
Paul George did it.
And he got down J-Lo. That what it is. Yeah. Look good in the motherfucker, but something wrong with you.
Something wrong with that, man.
You single for a reason, boy.
Yeah, man. I feel it's like I feel bad for the guy at the end of the day. I'm like, damn, what is it? What is it? I don't know, man. When you get to this point, I'm like this. When you get to this point in your career, right? I think he's been in the league, 14, 15 years. Yeah. Like I said, man, hell of a player. Look here, first ballot Hall of Famer, man. I got to give that man his flowers while he's here. Am I critical of his game? Yes, I am. He's not a prototypical point guard. He turns the ball over at a high volume. He does not understand he lacks situational awareness in crucial moments of the game. That is key. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, from a point guard perspective. But again, like I said, triple doubles and stats and all this other stuff, getting, you know what I'm saying, willing his team to the playoffs. He got, and he doesn't cheat you. He does not cheat you. He gives you everything. You know what I'm saying? He gives you everything on the floor day in and day out.
Hey, but y'all ever heard of like a super predator, right? Like an apex predator. They usually can't share any space with another apex predator. That's Russell Westbrook. He can't be around another dog. You know what I mean? Like it's not a knock on him. It just is what it is. Like for the same reasons we love Russell Westbrook, it's the same reasons it'll be detrimental to his career. It was the same with Charles Barkley. Yeah. You know what I mean? The same reason we laughed around mound and rebound. Well, his fat ass didn't win a championship because he wouldn't get in shape towards the end of his career.
Hey, Big Tom said anybody that dresses like that already know.
I ain't going there. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I feel like
proof of that message.
It's just tough to win with Russell Westbrook, man. Like it's just the type of guy he is, the type of like player he is. You have to have like the perfect. And I mean perfect team assembled. It's not like he's not a plug and play guy. He don't fit many systems. He don't fit every system.
But Jay, let me ask you,
it's tough to win with him, man.
Jay, let me ask you this though. Okay, as I was stating, you've been in the league 14, 15 years, right? Mm-hmm. You've been at the apex of your career. You joined a champion. You know what I'm saying? You joined LeBron and AD. They're already championship. You know, they're already championship ready. Right. Why can't you just? I mean, I don't understand. And that's the same thing I used to get on Allen Iverson about. You at this stage of your career. What? And I don't. And look at, I've never been a big dog on campus. There's a lot of viewers on here that play big time sports, big time basketball, or what have you. Why can't you just get to a point where you sacrifice? You know what? I'm not here no more in terms of my career. So let me sacrifice or do whatever I need to do, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever I can do to make this team better. Let me come off the bench. Let me be the sixth man. I don't know why that was never adopted. I don't understand that.
Because when you've been the man and you've been the dog for so long, your pride and ego get in the way.
Yeah,
and it's like telling the bad, like you just said, it's like telling the baddest female on campus she go to another school where she ain't the baddest female. But I mean, she walking around there like, you know what I'm saying, trying to curve niggas like she the baddest thing on campus, but you ain't that no more. Like right. You got to be willing to take what you can get. It's the same with Westbrook. Like at this point, you got to be willing to do whatever you need to do to help the team win. But to his argument, he don't got the game to where he can just conform to any style to win. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that game. So if you want him to like, hey, bro, look, you coming to play with Bron, you know Bron gonna have the ball. So what we gonna need from you is to sit off ball and knock down open shots. He can. So you ask him to do something he can, which is why I say he can't fit every system. He has to go somewhere where he's the most dominant ball handler. He has a couple 3-and-D players. He got some just straight snipers, and he got a big man who can set solid screens and pick and pop. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He can either roll and throw in the lob, or that he can pop 4-3 and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like that like it's just it's rare you gonna find a team like that.
In a perfect world, he would fit perfectly with the Knicks or the Pelicans. In a perfect world, I don't know salaries aligning and all of that. Right. But to see Russell Westbrook on that stage, he would somehow have Mitchell Robinson. They have another young kid by the name of Jericho Sims. They catch lobs. They have a lot of 3-point shooters on that team. They just don't know how. Nobody's facilitating for them. But Westbrook in Madison Square Garden would be big time ball, and then you would have KD across the river. Man, that's showtime. So I don't know. Maybe the league need to make it happen. But him on the Lakers, that shit's dead. I'm tired of seeing this shit. It ain't working. Either he got the ball and he dribbling up and he doing his thing,
and that shit ain't gonna work with the Knicks neither.
They might not win the championship.
Right.
That motherfucker gonna be big time. Hey, it's gonna be some 30-point.
Get all the shots. Yeah.
Hey, that shit gonna be entertaining.
Hey, let me ask you guys this, man. Final thoughts, man.
I mean, I don't know. I'm more so ready right now to watch some of these bowl games than the NFL right now. You know, like that's what I'm excited about. Like I'm anxious to see this Alabama-Georgia matchup again. If it happens, I'm really, really ready to see this Michigan and Georgia game. That's what I'm really ready to see. You know, like I think the NFL will heat up again like the last week of football, just so you can see like the playoff race, you know, to see how that's gonna line up. But I mean, I'm not really too high on basketball right now. I watch the Lakers if whenever they play, I watch the Lakers. But I get on basketball more when football is over. But right now, man, I'm locked in on that college football, man. I'm ready to see these bowl games. I think the Cincinnati Bama, not so much, but I'm ready to see Michigan. Bro. I'm ready. Stop the damn modest shit for it. Come on, bro. I'm ready to see Georgia and Michigan, and I'm ready to see whoever wins that game against Bama. Like that's what I'm locked in on.
Hey, little bro. Only thing I'm saying is this: we look here. You know my Bama have not been consistent. You know what I'm saying? You know that. Yeah, but I get. Look, I get it. My thing is this: if we come and you give Saban, you give Saban 3 weeks to to prepare. Yes, I agree. I'm not even worried about Saban. It's just the mindset of our players. That's what I'm concerned about because we're a young team. We are a young team. That's why I told you guys, if you're going to get us this year, this is the year to get us. Yeah. Because next year is going to be a goddamn wrap. If you're going to get Bama, you better get Bama this year because we're bringing everybody back next year with the exception of a couple of people. And then Jameson Williams, he's like I said, he's top 10 right now. So he's gone. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. But like I said, yeah, I am being modest, man. Ain't no damn Heisman hangover. What the hell you talking about? Bryce gonna come to play. Play with all that bullshit, man.
Hey, that shit happen when they get in the league, not in college.
Not right now.
Right, exactly. Hey, well, look, what you got to say, Mo? I'm sorry, bro.
So my final thoughts, I concur with everything Jay Will said. I'm looking forward to all that, but I'm also looking forward to some of these NBA so-called GMs pressing the restart button like 2K on a franchise when you done fucked it up. So I'm looking forward to these trades. It ain't just LeBron, man. We got to figure out that Portland situation. The Knicks look like shit. The Hawks, I thought they had a lot of talent. That shit is not coming to fruition. You need to trade Cam Reddish, do something. Ben Simmons been sitting in goddamn COVID protocol for the longest and with his therapist. So they need to let my boy out.
That motherfucker done had COVID for 3 months.
Free Ben Simmons, y'all.
Hey,
Free Ben Simmons.
Hey, another thing on the final thoughts, man. Y'all ain't so high on them Wizards like y'all was about a month or so ago.
Y'all called that shit. You called it, man.
Told you. We gonna see how long you love them.
Hey, bro. My whole attitude has changed. I ain't said shit since, man.
We gonna see how long you love them. I told you.
And I'm gonna say this, bro, before we go. Hey, man, and I've been saying this. Trade Brad Beal. It's time to go. Blow that shit up. Be honest with yourself and go ahead and ship him off where he need to be at, man. Get some draft picks and some young players in return. Other than that, hey, good night, guys. We see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. We love you.
My man Bam coming at ya. Yeah. SC Bird coming at ya. Yeah.